I want to talk to you about Bluevine Capital, and this is actually a review of the whole platform. This fintech is really going places, especially when it comes to how fast they take care of you and how much they actually approve you for. So here's an overview. If you think about Bluevine, I want you to think about a solid business lender that's been around for nearly 15 years. Okay, the company started actually when they started, they were actually thinking about business. They were focusing on lines of credit. So back then it was only business lines of credit. Nowadays they actually will help you if you are trying to really get a loan, a business term loan. Okay, and also there are some cases where they will work with you if you're looking for a working capital loans. So I want you to think about Bluevine as a financial technology company. So this is a fintech that specializes in small business financing. Okay, and so the company actually does. The company is pretty known for fast funding times. Okay, large loan amounts. I think close to $250,000. So this is really an attractive option for you if you are like if you need urgent working capital. Okay, and the cool thing I want to say here is that in addition to short-term financing options, business you can also get a Bluevine business checking account, but also other business funding help through Bluevine. And so what kind of financing products does Bluevine offer this year? Well, Bluevine actually, like I said, they started as an invoice factoring company, but they pivoted into other business funding options. And one thing I want you to really understand here is that the business term loans actually they will like approve you on a case by case basis. But generally, Bluevine is actually known for a business line of credit. Okay, if you want to get a term loan or you want to get something else, you have to really contact them. But the cool thing is that for business lines of credit, you can be funded real fast. Okay, the maximum $250,000. You have instant access to funds. Okay, you have access to ongoing capital, so you can use the cash for everything that relates to your business. Not a problem. So let me talk to you about the term loans here. So first, number one, you have the business line of credit. Okay, $250,000. You have a rate of 7.8 to 9%. What about the term loan, the business term loans? Okay, the business term loan, like I said, basically you are able to easily apply to get a term loan decision actually in as fast as 24 hours, 24 to 46 hours, 24 to 36 hours. Okay, so you are able to get a maximum of half a million. So you can see that the loan amount actually is higher than the business line of credit. So half a million, and you have, but the only thing is you have to repay the loan within 24 months. So Bluevine is not going to give you 5 years. They're not going to give you a 10 years. If you get a loan through Bluevine, you will need to really repay it within 24 months. That's 2 years, and you can use the funds also to cover operational costs or take advantage of growth opportunities. Bluevine is okay with that. They're not going to restrict the use of loan proceeds. Okay, so basically, you are able to get through. You can apply for the term loan through a pre-approval process. So at first, they're not charging you. I mean, they're not charging. They're not really running a hard pull. They're not really having a hard pull for you. Okay, so you have a soft pull process, and they will see how much you can qualify for, and you can apply. It will probably take you 2 minutes to apply for a business term loan at Bluevine. And so once you actually, if you apply, if you go through the pre-approval process and they give you offers, okay, what happens here is that you can choose an offer, and your application, and you can apply for real, like you can apply for the offer that you have, and your application will be reviewed by Bluevine, okay, and also lending partners that work with this fintech. And so if you think about the application process with Bluevine, you are going to really get approved within 36 hours maximum. But they will look at your FICO score, your personal credit score. They'll look at your number of years in business, your monthly or annual revenue, and also if your business is in good standing with no bankruptcies. Okay, so that's really important. If you go through a Bluevine Capital, you can also qualify for a business credit card. I mean, this is something that a lot of entrepreneurs don't know about. I mean, Bluevine does offer you a business credit card, and you are able to actually use the credit card with unlimited cashback and no annual, no, sorry, no annual fee. So they are giving you a 1.5% cashback on all business purchases. I want to insist on that. 1.5% cashback on all business purchases. You have an advanced security and fraud protection, and you have an exclusive MasterCard set of perks and benefits. So that's kind of cool. You have the possibility to actually increase your limit real fast. And you also have authorized users, so you can give team members the ability to make purchases, see all transactions on your account, and make payments toward your balance. You also have the employee card, so you can set spending limits for every employee and give them the ability to make purchases without seeing each other's transactions or card details. So that's kind of cool. That what happens here is that with a Bluevine business card, you are able to do everything from one dashboard. You can manage your business credit card, your Bluevine term loan, your Bluevine business line of credit, and your Bluevine business checking account, all from the same dashboard. Okay, in that sense, Bluevine is trying to really see itself as an all-in-one financial institution, as an all-in-one bank or all-in-one credit union. And you're also able to monitor your business spend. You can organize purchases by type or frequency, and you can view actually both debit card and credit card spend in one place. Okay, for all cards issued on your account. You could also save time on account management, so that's really good. Basically, you can seamlessly view and manage your credit card and business checking balances on all kinds of platforms, including your mobile. Okay, and you can sync with Flood also. You can really make sure that you are getting syncing, but also getting connected with QuickBooks. You also have the possibility to get an SBA loan through Bluevine. One thing I want to say is that Bluevine itself is not financing the loan for you. They're actually working with a third party, let's say, partner to actually facilitate the SBA loan for you. So that's kind of cool because basically you're not really restricted to $250,000. You can actually apply for an SBA loan and actually get literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, because an SBA loan is actually guaranteed by the government, so this is kind of cool. So since SBA loans come with longer repayment terms of up to 10 years, they will actually you will benefit from lower monthly payments compared to traditional business term loans. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And one thing I want to say also is that basically you can use an SBA 7A loan for a wide range of business needs like working capital, equipment upgrades, renovation, expansions, and more. So you have more flexibilities there. And with an SBA loan, what happens here is that you can typically get more favorable interest rates than you would get with a traditional business loan provider, and so that's kind of cool. And also, what happens here is that Bluevine will work with you to actually make sure you are getting exactly what you want, especially if you are trying to really get you're trying to get funded real fast. So, finally, you have a business bank account. So while it's not a financing product, Bluevine does offer a convenient online business checking account. And the company is not a bank, and they partner with Coastal Community Bank to provide banking services. So if you get a Bluevine business checking account, you are able to partner directly or indirectly with Coastal Community Bank, and that's kind of cool because you're able to actually have access to all the products that I just gave you, right? Business term loans, business credit cards, SBA loans, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of cool from a flexibility point of view, you have an all-in-one dashboard to coordinate everything. If you're looking for a Bluevine, what are the qualifications this year? I mean, Bluevine doesn't really have a stringent qualification processes, but one thing I want to say here is that with Bluevine, it really helps to actually establish a relationship with them. So basically, what I'm trying to say is you want to start by having a Bluevine business checking account because if you put a little bit of cash with them, they'll be able to give you more in terms of funding. Okay, so you want to start the conversation by opening an account with them, and then gradually actually apply for a business loan or a business line of credit. You can really maybe apply for a business loan maybe 1 or 3 months after opening the business checking account. So if you want to qualify for a business line of credit or a business term loan or an SBA loan through a Bluevine, you gotta be at least 6 months in business, at least have $100,000 in revenue annually, annual revenue, and also a minimum credit score that goes from 550 to 600. Okay, so that's kind of important. By the way, the requirements for SBA loans are mandated by the government, so it's not Bluevine. So they might be different. Okay, might be different. One thing I want to say here is that basically Bluevine's line of credit can carry terms of up to 12 months, sometimes 18 months. Okay, now if you want to really have a longer repayment window or a longer validation period or validation window with them, you want to really have a credit score that's a lot higher, like 620, 650. You got to be in business for 2 years at least, and you got to make a lot of money, like $450,000 in annual revenue. So you can see that the more you want from Bluevine, the more they're going to ask you in terms of a FICO score. And also, Bluevine does work with businesses located in North Dakota, South Dakota, or Vermont. So there are three. Those are the three states where they're not really lending. So if you are in Vermont, if you are in South Dakota, if you are in North Dakota, just forget about Bluevine. So, what are the details here? If you think about the Bluevine, you have to understand that you want to also have a business address, a phone number, a doing business as a DBA, and also a tax ID number. Okay, they pay attention to those things. They want you to have an EIN. So you can be funded if you're a startup. In other words, you haven't really filed your taxes yet, but you got to be clean. You got to be let's say straight up well organized when it comes to the business itself, when it comes to the business fundamentals. What I'm trying to say here is that if you are an LLC, for instance, make sure that you have an LLC articles of like you need to have all the documents that relate to the LLC, and because they'll ask you for a certificate of like good standing, okay, from the state authorities, and also you will have your personal phone number, email address, social security number, date of birth, and ownership percentage. So if you own the company 100%, they want to know that. They just want to have a clear idea of who is behind the business before funding such business, okay? And also they might ask you for 3 months of business bank statements or a read-only link to your business bank account. So you can actually provide them with a read-only link to your business bank account. And that's kind of cool. So what you want to do here is that you want to really take a little bit of time. I mean, the process at Bluevine takes less than 5 minutes, but they don't fund you right away unless you have the existing relationship with them, okay? And post funding. So once you go through the process and you get accepted, basically, you have to understand that post funding, Bluevine will charge you a 1.6 to 2.5% draw fee for a business line of credit every time you draw funds. Bluevine will also review your business's debt before allowing you to use your line of credit. So for this reason, Bluevine may deny your request to draw funds if you have accrued too much new debt. So even if they approve you for, let's say, $250,000, they're constantly seeing what kind of debt you are bringing into the business, what kind of cash inflow you bring in. So what's the mixture between cash inflow and cash outflow? to make sure that you are not actually you're not over leveraged. You don't have too much debt. Okay, that's important. So if you think about Bluevine, what are the pros and cons? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages this year? First of all, Bluevine easily fulfills some of the main advantages businesses look for in online business lenders. So basically, you are more likely to receive funds in a matter of hours if your paperwork is solid. Other business lenders might take closer to a few days to distribute funding, and the application process at Bluevine is also speedy and requires minimal paperwork. This makes Bluevine very attractive for your business if you need money now, not next week. Another significant advantage is that Bluevines has a low minimum credit score requirement. So you probably are thinking about 300 all the way to 550. Okay. Now with other business lenders, you might actually have a minimum that starts at 650. So Bluevine actually is pretty decent. You also have the fact that with Bluevine, you are able to get funds faster, but also in a streamlined manner. So, what are the disadvantages of Bluevine here? Well, Bluevine's most significant disadvantage is actually its prices. All the company's products are costly compared to the business financial industry and the business financing industry. So, it's actually risky to lend to younger businesses with poor credit. However, basically, Bluevine will work with those businesses, but actually charge more. Okay, they'll charge more fees, and they will also make sure that you actually repay the loan over a shorter repayment window. So, what are the pros and cons? Let's close today's conversation on that. So, if you think about Bluevine, the pros, you have a fast and streamlined application process. We have lightning fast funding with same day funding possible in some circumstances. You have Bluevine lines of credit that go up to $250,000, business term loans that go to a half a million. You have a reasonable cost compared to other short term lenders, not a lot of additional fees, and you have low credit score requirements for approval. On the flip side, if you think about the Bluevine this year, basically their funding program is not really that varied. In other words, they don't have that many products. Okay, for instance, they don't have a an invoice factoring program now. They don't have a coupon financing now, and also you do have additional $15 fee for same day funding, and they might have for some cases high monthly revenue requirements, especially for more significant amounts. So something to really think about. But overall, this is a safe company. Okay, they've been around for a while and safe company. And one thing I want to say also is that it's just better to have a conversation with Bluevine staff first before you apply. So even if they actually make it easy to apply online without talking to company staff, if you have a chance, talk to company staff, have a conversation with them, ask all kinds of questions before you can really get closer to their boss. Okay, I mean the funding managers, for instance. So in the epilogue into this conversation, I was just talking to you about Bluevine Capital. This was a review of the program. I gave you the overview, the details, and now the epilogue. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.